Okay, I'm back with one last PoE video. Created a new hideout. Let's do some hideout design. And then when I get done with the design, I'll share the file. As you can see, everyone's gathered around the waypoint. Map device is over here. It's the small map device. It's not even the big one. This is a Coral Hideout. You get this in, it's a standard hideout. It's not a microtransaction. There's Helena in the pile of people. Coral Hideout is Act 6, Cavern of Anger. So it is not a microtransaction, it's a regular hideout. Everybody's gathered around the waypoint. Heist locker, expedition locker, crafting bench, which looks like the Piety's like experimentation table. Change that. This map has plenty of room for decorating, plenty of room for stuff. I don't really have any microtransactions, so to speak, for hideout microtransactions. I'll make sure that everything that I'm using is all standard so that I share the file, when I share the file, going to share the file, that it's like usable and everything is copacetic, right? Stash, guild stash, waypoint here. One of the things I love to do is make really super elaborate waypoints. Pretty sure map device is gonna go right in this area here. I think that's probably pretty standard. Instead of moving everything, I'm just going to reclaim everything. No, and actually hit the accept button. All hideout doodads have been reclaimed, right? Oh, except for like everything that's out here, so. Map device, crafting bench. I have to move all these manually. Yeah, okay. So, let's just, just start pulling this over this way. Let's go. Going for a journey and get up there. Alright, and you're at your hideout, so you can use your dash. You don't have to, hey, when you're hideout designing, you don't have to walk all the way around. You can use your dash. Definitely helpful sometimes when hideout designing. Alright, now that we've put that here, we can move way away from it and up scroll it so that, because if you don't do that and you stand right here and you up scroll it, I think everybody knows what happens then. Yeah. So, I think everybody's done that, right? No, just me. Alright. I mean, that looks fairly centered. It looks good. If it needs to move later, it can move later. I'm sorry my voice sounds like hot garbage right now. It's bad. So, most people just go with like the standard, like either crafting bench or divination font. Old school divination font, alright? I like to actually use this one, like the gravestones. And actually kind of design up I'm gonna pair this up with our Forgotten Masters. You can kind of do... Oh. Ha. Alright, I'm gonna have to go run some maps and get some, I have not run into any of my tiny amount of endgame mapping. I have not run into a, harvest yet, so... Forgotten Masters and, right. There are some of these that are like not at the top with the rest. They're like actually within their own like delve and exiles. Stuff that I like to use to build waypoints. The expedition made some really cool stuff for making waypoint design. There we go, Forsaken Masters. Katarina and this crafting bench kind of go pretty cool together. You can almost like put them on top of each other. And then you turn off the edit button and it's almost like you walk up to her for crafting, which is kind of cool. That is one thing that I like to do, just to kind of like make the crafting area like not just like a table. I'm sure I'm not the first person to do this. I have no idea. If I am, be probably pretty surprised if that was the case. Okay, so the other thing that I like doing is I like making like an area for expedition and like surrounding it with fencing. I think I might... I'm not sure where I'm gonna... maybe build that back in here, this top area. Yeah, I think so. So we definitely want to find all of like the... I forget which... Here we go, Highgate. Barricades, stuff like that. I think the other one, it's like the encampment. Anyway, definitely going to need like some couple barricades, debris crates, stuff like that. I like to make a little area for the expedition characters, almost like they have their own encampment. Regular tents, not weather tents, stuff like that. Arena fence kind of goes along with the barricades. So from the Cowrie pack, you've got the got barricades and fence, and you've got some like extra pikes. These can actually kind of go along with, you can put them kind of on top of, and it's like just makes some extra spikiness going on. If you want to make some like extra spiky or skulls, stuff like that. Just leave that there for time being. Trying to find the rest of the encampment stuff. The Oriath has some stuff, barrels, crates, stuff like that. There's quite a bit in here that you can use to make a pretty cool looking camp. Even some of the ruins stuff potentially. Old swords. And then Sarn, you got some like bridge debris, which like it looks like stuff on the ground, just like construction or like where they were building extra spikies at the bottom. You can even put like a hut back in here, or you can put like, well, this is the wooden hut, but it's pretty big. Like, you can stick, this probably will end up going, somewhere else, though. And it's not backspace on your keyboard, it's delete key above your, should be above your arrow keys, or right next to your home key, N key, insert key. Delete key on the keyboard. There's like another, like there's huts and tents and other stuff. Slave pens, like it's everywhere. There's like fence debris. This is like, looks more like wrought iron fencing, but just basically, like this is a lot of wooden stuff in here in the slave pens. Wooden beds, wooden dining table. So if you want to, like, you know, you can make a table that they're all kind of gathering around. Yeah. Move the, start fencing the place in. Yeah, decide how far down the shore you want it. Even further if you want to, so it's kind of in the sand. Sometimes you have to tabulate your map, get your map out of the way. You can throw some debris over there, like almost in the water or outside the fence. And then when you get to this area where like the rock is, stuff like this, over here where this is, you can kind of pile some more of these spines in the corner. You can just start piling spines back here. You gotta kind of hit it perfectly though. Oh, come on. Alright. Move here, and then further down this way, further down the beach. I guess not. Just have to push the fence over more. Placement is kind of weird sometimes. Like, if you move something and then you can move it over and move it over and move it over and keep kind of finding out how much further you can move things. Quite a bit of spiny action. And then just rotate it until it kind of looks good or you got what you want. Sometimes you can push it out more, which means then you can push it in and up more. You know, and then I think it's control click to duplicate items. No. Trying to remember, I think there is a hotkey for duplicating items, but not control click, not shift click, not alt click. Anyway. Basically, like, when you have things that are much longer than their... basically what you would consider a hitbox, I guess. Like, this is, you know, this sticks out way further than, like, so... with things like this, you're able to, like, very big objects like that hut, you're able to, like, push them, like, into the walls and stuff, because the hitbox is only, like, well, you can push it a little ways. Anyways, like, this is going up into the rocks. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in while I'm editing. These boards are like up into the rocks, up into the wall. Ha! That's always good. It does have some limitations. I think. Yeah, it doesn't want to put the main structure of the building into the wall. And it's all about, like I said, just doing it one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Push it, push it, push it, see how much further. And then, yeah, you can see, like, the back of it is in the wall. And then if you rotate it, then it's like it's, you know, you can get it even more in the wall. So this is a lot more in the wall than it was. There's some weird things about editing, hideout editing. I'm sure anybody who's done quite a bit of it has run into these kinds of things, like where if you drop something on you, uh-oh, now I can't move. But if you have a dash, you can dash out. So, another thing about hideout editing, there you go. Again, delete key on the keyboard to get rid of things. So it allows you, like I said, if something's bigger than kind of its hitbox, area box, then like you can push it, should be able to push it into the wall more. Is the theory. Like I said, it really depends on the object, it depends on the boundary, it depends on a lot of things. It gets pretty weird. And for now, let's actually go for so when I do Tane for the Metamorph, all this steam-powered stuff, I'm just trying to quickly explain, like, so like I'll build an encampment over here with like tents and tables and boxes and crates and barrels, and we'll throw all of the expedition characters in the expedition locker up there. Like they're in their own camp. Lily, get out of the way. You're not. I mean, well, she is a sailor, I guess. She could. And then Helena, I usually try and put as out of the way as possible because she's the one that allows you to change maps. So, she used to be, let's see. She also used to be useful for, I think you could, I mean, now you can just vendor sell items, but I think at one point you could actually buy gems or something. You could buy something in your hideout. There are a lot of other people who vendor. Lily Roth now is the one that sells all of the skill gems, so she's usually the
well met.
Yes. So she usually goes far away from all of the action. She usually goes up where you're mapping because that's your vendor. Danig, you get to go be with your up with your people. And then, like I said, Tane, all the stuff that is in the steam-powered, all of this stuff really goes well with designing an area for Metamorph for Tane. So the guild stash and the stash box are going to move up closer to where all the mapping is going on, mapping and crafting. So you've got your crafting area. You want to have all this stuff basically close by. Your stash, guild stash, those will get put somewhere here. Lily Roth will probably be somewhere here. And surround with a bunch of nautical items. The way you open your chests matters. So they are, when you go to edit them, they are directional. So you want to make sure when you open them up, you know which way they're going, so that when you place them, they open the right way. I'm sure this is news to some people and not news to a lot of people. I don't know. Video might be helpful because I don't know how many people actually have time to like decorate their hideouts. Definitely when I get done with this, we'll be sharing make them look like they're like chest sitting in the sand. Something like that, something-ish. We'll figure it out. Some stuff might move around. Map device can actually probably go up and in a little bit. I don't know. Somewhere about there. Heist locker. This doesn't really, I mean, a lot of people, if you don't know about setting your affinities inside of your regular stash, if you have, I mean, most people have some kind of tabs. If you have currency and different league tabs, whatever you want to call it, content, you can set affinities. Same thing with the heist locker. You can set the affinity here. And same thing with the expedition locker. It just allows, like, when you dump stuff out of your inventory, it just allows everything to fly to where it's supposed to go. Hail, hail, Danig.
Yes?
The other thing that I do a lot is, the edit button is on or off. Like, you can have your decorations open and have edit off, or you can have your decorations, just because your decoration window is open doesn't mean that you're on editing. I've also accidentally thought that so you have to look for this giant editing. That's actually probably why they put this giant editing thing here, because I've accidentally, when I closed my decorations window and then moved around, and I thought that I was done editing and click on something, and all of a sudden you rotate it on accident. Usually like, you do an accidental rotation more than moving something, but when you have things placed exactly the way you want them placed and they're rotated exactly perfect, and then you do a rotation accidentally on something, it can be like heartbreaking, because there is no like undo when you're map editing, when you're hideout editing. It can be a little bit heartbreaking. So look for the giant editing symbol, and then you can like click on Gwenin and be like, hey, and go up there. Heist locker, I usually put this kind of in the same place as I kind of stick June and Cassia together usually. So I'll make an area that has like books and bookcases and this and that and everything else, and June and Cassia and the heist locker, and that'll all be there, and Alva usually too, because it's usually these three, and then I make an area that is all books and bookcases. Here, I'll just find an area on the map over here. Maybe like up on top of this hill here is kind of like a square here. So like put up some walls and bookcases and put up, it almost looks like a little library up on top of this like bluff right here. And then they'll all sit up there with a bunch of, like I said, banners and bookcases and scrolls and almost to where it looks like a structure. And so I'll just plop that over there. I wish that you could shift click. I wish that you could drag. I wish that you could put I wish you had a bounding box where you could select multiple things. The other thing that you can do is, like, if you don't want to drag all three of them over here, you just go, okay, Alva, June, Cassia, and then you come over here, and then you open your decorations, and I think they're all current. They're not Forsaken Masters, so Alva, click on Dismiss, and then just drag back into your... I don't even know if you have to click on Dismiss. I think you can just drag back out Cassia and not Lily Roth, June. Boom, boom, boom. I'm pretty sure that makes them disappear from over here. Because it would be weird, yeah. So it'd be weird to have 2 copies of them in your hideout, because I don't think it... Einhar usually gets his own area with a bunch of bestiary stuff, and then Nico gets his own area with a bunch of mineral stuff. There's like enough decorations for him to have his own area. And then I usually like put some of the Forsaken Masters, like the ones that go with them, next to them, if that makes sense. So let's see, let's get back to, oh, encampment. There's the other one with the tents and fish and this and that and barrels, and that pretty much all goes to make the expedition encampment. A lot of this too, you know, clotheslines, this, that. I usually make another little village somewhere off where it's just like down by the beach or something, where it's just like shipwreck and rogue exiles and kind of destitute and kind of grimdark looking, with like some swampy trees and some nasty stuff. Here we go, Forsaken Masters. So like Tora, like put Tora with Einhar. Oh my god, where did I put Einhar? Look at the mini map here. He's over here. So, right, like Tora, the Huntress? And then, like, I noticed that, like, the Forsaken Masters kind of have, like, these auras to them. Like, Katarina has kind of like a circular aura. There are some lighting effects in here that come with. And if you're wondering, like, how do you get all this stuff, like you have to go to Helena and talk to her, and then go to each of your hideouts. So go to Helena, talk to her, go to select hideout, go to each of your hideouts, and reclaim everything. And then once you do that, it's like, yeah, you're gonna lose, like, I mean, if you want to have the standard design, I think you can just reset it. There's somewhere to reset it, but anyways, you can always export it before you reclaim everything. And that way you have like a copy of like the standard, like how it's designed. I didn't worry about that so much. I just reclaimed everything so that I have all the decorations. Like I said, the Forsaken Masters, they have like these, like kind of an aura or a halo or something going on. There are some lighting effects in here. I need to find I think it's under E for effects, but let's use the actual synthesis. I like using a lot of this stuff for also creating like really cool waypoints. Let's go up to, I think it's effects, I think it's E. Yes, effects. So like a blue, like you have like this beam. You've got like some other things like, so like for one of my favorite Forsaken Masters now, which is really sad because I loved Prophecy. Like, I'm kind of sad. Where am I going so far? F, Forsaken Masters. Um, Navali. I really missed Prophecy. You can put Navali and then you can go back to effects. And then you can throw down like these golden sparkles. All sparkly on the ground. And then there's also, you can filter up here by different tags. Debris, this, that, everything. I'm looking for coins. You can also search. There's a filter decor at the bottom where you can search. There's also your, which most people probably know where this is because they want to invite people to their hideout or be able to trade, like they know like where the hideout options are in the bottom of the decor. It's kind of in a weird spot. You can also filter your decor here. Coin, no, C-O-I-N, might help. Coins, or here, scattered coins. So Navali, and you can, you know, throw down some coins and some sparkles, and if you need more coins, throw down more coins. There is like treasure, cave treasure, piles of treasure. There's a half a turkey sandwich in the fridge for me. Yeah. She needs like a giant pile of treasure if coins aren't enough. You know, and then you can, you know, sparkles. You can always like search out things that you've put before. You can always put more sparkle. More sparkle. You had to take a PoE break. He was getting frustrated. And then, like another way, like I think if you want to go like to effects fast, I think like if you like sparkles, if you know one of them, and I think if you click and you highlight it, and then you actually click and close this. Nope. It still makes it so you can put it in the world. I thought it would take you back. I was pretty sure that it would take you back to, yeah, okay, you have to hit escape. So if you have something on your cursor that you don't want to place, hit escape and that'll cancel that. How come everything's upside down now? Utility is at the top. Oh, utility is at the top. And then it goes ABCs. You also have whatever whatever pets. You can put your pets in your hideout, which is kind of cool. Here's a lot of the betrayal is a lot of the, like I said, bookcases and desks and stuff like that. A lot of this will end up over where this structure is. It'll almost look like a library. Have desks and drawers and everything that matches up with this, the heist locker. You gotta kind of like get everything like kind of, like I said, rotation becomes pretty important. Like sometimes you will spend, like, you will spend so much time rotating things to get them, like, just perfect. And get everything placed just perfect. But like I said, sometimes you can zoom in and get behind things, or excuse me, over to the side of things, and and then you can hit edit again, and then that will give you a little bit better idea of lining things up. You cannot zoom, if you're in edit mode, you cannot zoom it in and out, so like if I click edit, oh, maybe I can. Okay. Oh, there was something that you can't do while you're in the edit mode. Yes. Many blessings, June. June. Funny things like that. Getting things lined up. Let me get some more, this Blackguard, is also a lot of good stuff for building a camp up here. You got weapons racks. You've got, tents. More different types of barricades. This one's spiny. And you can get different angles on things by just walking around, kind of. So you can get like different perspective on, okay, like, does this line up with this rock well? It's like, does this actually like look like it's like also testing, okay, can I walk through? I mean, obviously you can portal through. Can I portal through? Ha, if you're walking. Alright. Portaling's a little bit weird, but, you know, you can also, like, zoom in and kind of get to the perfect vantage point to be able to see behind this wall and see how well does this line up with this rock. Stuff like that. These are the concerns of hideout builders, hideout designers, to make things look good, and to make sure you know whether your edit button is on or not. It's always a good thing. Being able to zoom in and see, like, sometimes there's some shadowing, like down here where these posts go into the sand. You get this shadowing going on down here. Same thing with the wall here. You can see there's some shadowing, these little spikies. And if you don't like that, then you can just throw down some rocks, something else. Quite a few rocks: volcanic rock, mine rock, forest rock. If you just type in rock, there is a plethora of cave rocks, den rocks, arctic rocks. You can definitely, you know, like here, like if like where you want to, like, oh well, there needs to be more rock over there, like where it adjoins to the fence. there are kind of ways that you can kind of add rock structure and rotate it around. Yeah. There are ways to. Doesn't want to go in more, doesn't want to go over more. Looks like there's quite a few. There we go. So there's definitely ways to, and then like now if you can't click on the spikes, like there should be a way to, like you'll see it highlight, or you can click on the name is another way to do it. You can click on the name tag, or like I said, it should highlight. Like here, now I try to click on the rock, but I'm not. There it goes. It took like 3 clicks to click on the rock. And now it's like hesitant to highlight the spikes except for certain areas. When you're stacking things, when you're sticking things together, which is very common when you're hideout building, clicking on the tags, spikes, rock. Let's do that again. Spikes, rock, spikes, rock. Anyway. And then you can do stuff like that. I didn't even know there was a rock that big. And then click out of edit and be stuck in the rock. Really stuck in the rock. Some of these, like I said, if you just click on decorations and rock, there is a plethora of different rock options. There might even, if you click stone or something else, there's even more, but like this. Ice blocks, those just look like rocks. It doesn't come up when you search for rocks. There is a lot of landscaping pieces that you can use to pretty drastically change how the hideout looks. Like if you wanted to like change this whole cliff wall back here, you didn't want it to be this, you wanted it to be something else. Oh, spikes. See, click on the name tag, there we go. And then try to move it somewhere else. The other thing you can do with these ones where, okay, this is mouse scrolling, so once it's highlighted, you basically scroll with your mouse. It'll scroll through whatever iteration. You can put it on like a really small rock, and then you can move it somewhere. We'll just move all this back later. We'll just move all this debris and all this stuff. And see if we can actually do some like serious changing to the landscape here. Start pushing this rock up as far as it'll go. And go out there a ways. Wow. It'll really go out there. And go out into the water even further. It seems like maybe it's about good. And then, like I said, then you just find that ginormous rock again. And then rotation. And all of a sudden, you can completely change completely changed the landscape. Of course, now if you edit this and it's not going to want to move further out, and then if you move it back in, I don't know how hesitant it's going to be to move outward. It's like one of those things where you have to like do it little onesies at a time. Yeah. Seems like it's not as, yeah, it's like not as buried into the... So it's like one of those things, like I said, I don't really want to say size matters, but size matters. You can have something, and even rotation sometimes matters. But I am going to design a hideout. Oh my god, this has been another almost hour, 51 minutes. I will design a hideout that is going to have different areas for...
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Different areas for all of the different masters and Forsaken masters, and a little... some kind of a village. Some kind of a village for all the rogue exiles, all the waifs that wash up on the shore. We'll make them some kind of an encampment down here, down below the map device. Alright. So I will definitely work on this. I will be back with more hideout stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, hit me up with, comment, like, maybe this is helpful, maybe it's, maybe it's helpful, maybe it's, like, not at all. I just have to look at her, like, weird, like, muzzle mask with, like, crazy nails coming out of it. Katarina. Probably my favorite Forsaken Master as far as design. And she's got like the Bone Crypt armor that's like still in the Necromancer armor. I do miss Prophecy. Not my favorite design character. I mean, Navali's cool and all, and the weird little monkey pet with the crazy mask. And obviously Einhar and the Huntress over here get along like peas and carrots. I don't know. Hopefully this was helpful. I will keep designing. I will be back. Help me out with a like, sub, hit me up, share, something. Comment if you need help with your hideout design, or if you need any tips or anything. And then, like I said, when this gets done, I am going to publish it. And yeah, I'll leave you once again with the Path of Exile music. Have a good night, everybody.